How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be taking my Ski Doo Tundra for a spin. I just got brand new bogey wheels. These wheels right here. Brand new bearings for every bearing in the track. I got replaced. Because this wheel actually right here, I got a whole new bogey wheel too. But the bearing locked up and it messed up all the bogey wheel. Luckily the track was okay. But I'm going for a ride today. Got a lot of new things for this. I got a brand new shock. I got all that new stuff. I'll give you guys a small pointer on something. A few things, actually, if you own one of these snowmobiles. They're actually really fun. They're like, they can go anywhere, too. They make the new mountain sleds look stupid because they can go straight up a 90-degree angle. But if you're feeling like it's getting slower for some reason, replace the bogey wheel bearings on it. Just replace all the bearings in your track. It increases the speed. It increased my speed at least by like 10 miles an hour. And another thing about improving speed, this is just normal snowmobile stuff, is get a new belt, which I need to do. And then give you another pointer on it, and if it keeps like sounding like it floods itself out, I would recommend getting a whole new throttle cable. They're like 20-30 bucks. It just makes it feel a lot smoother. Like, it's just so much easier to press. That's like one of the things I've learned with having the sled for 2 years. It's just, it really helps it get a better, like, and it gives it a little bit more power because it can push it down farther. Because it just snapped not too long ago when I replaced it. And I don't know why I didn't do it when I got it. And another thing is getting new runners on your front skis. This is just casual snowmobile stuff, but those runners, I got them this year. They're already almost gone. I've ridden it a lot this year. I've put 27 hours on it so far. The runners really help it a lot, especially in this snowmobile. If you own one of these, you will know that it gets tippy. Like, when you're riding down the trails, it gets really tippy. And once you replace the, what's it called? Once you replace the runners, it's going to make it a little bit more tippy, but it's going to really improve the steering and all that. It's going to make it seem so much, like, tighter and that. And another issue I had with it is that it was towed out. I would always try and make sure it's towed in just by a little smidgen, because you always want it towed in, because otherwise it's like pulling off to the edges, and you don't want that happening. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have for tips on it so far. Maybe I'll give you some more later on, maybe next year. But this is also really annoying. I just ordered a new one of them. This, I don't even know what it's called. It's like a emergency shut-off thing. I used to use it, but it got old and they just fall right off. So, if I were you, I wouldn't use it if it keeps falling off, like, and it just randomly dies because it keeps falling off. I would take this and clip it somewhere. Like, I have it clipped here right now. That's still kind of in the way. But clip it somewhere, because every time you kick it with your foot or something, it falls off, and then your snowmobile dies, and then you have to start it up again. And nobody likes to pull over a snowmobile 7,000 times. And then I'll give you another tip, is just paint the living heck out of it. Like, make sure to tape up all right here and stuff, and like the reflectors, but paint it crazily. Like, go ham with the paint. Like, don't paint in the, like, on the motor or anything, or on the muffler, but paint like the tunnel and all that. Like, you want to make sure that's really painted. Because mine, you can't see it because it's kind of darker out, but I painted it a lot, and it really helped. Because it started to rust now. I just need to get it back in the shop and paint it again. But remember to paint it every year before you go out riding. Like, not every time before you go out riding. Do it like in the summer when it's hot out. You're supposed to paint in the hot. So every summer, paint it. And it will make it last, I don't know, another 10 years probably. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for tips today. So, yeah. It's a beautiful snowmobile though. If you ever have a choice on a good deal for it, like, I would say 800 bucks would be my max. Unless you want to get it like fully running, it's like going down the trail, I would spend like $2,000 on it to get it off of like Facebook Marketplace or something like that, because these things are amazing. They top out at like, I don't know, 50 maybe 48 or so, but they aren't that fast. But these make they make the new snowmobiles look stupid. I've already said this, but really, it's really crazy. I mean, like, I just went up that hill over there that's like, I don't know, 90-degree angle. Didn't even spin. Has no problems doing that. Because it's just such a light sled. And if there is a younger person riding this sled, it's really nice because, like, I can pick it up with one hand. And that's amazing. Like, you want to get a lighter snowmobile for your first sled. You don't want to get one of the new ones that buries themselves, I don't know, 10 feet under when you're snowmobiling. Like, you don't want to do that because you're going to throw your back out. You don't want to do that. So get yourself a lighter snowmobile. That's all I say on getting a new snowmobile. If you're getting a snowmobile, get as light one as you possibly can. If you are a new rider. If you're an experienced rider, it's probably not that big of a deal because you know how to move and nimble around the sled. But get a lighter sled. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna do something like that's why I went with this snowmobile. It's light as a feather. It's goes anywhere. I'm not really riding the trails much because I only have one snowmobile and this is it. No, I have another one. It's a 99 Ski Doo Touring. You guys have seen a video on it. It's blue. I'll leave it in the description. But this snowmobile is so much easier to get unstuck compared to like my blue one, my Touring. It's just, I don't know. I mean, this is for if you're like wanting to get in the mountain riding without breaking the bank. Like, you want to go up a mountain, you can go anywhere on this one. You can go where the new snowmobiles can, and probably more. But if you are in the market for more of a trail sled, this is not the sled to go. This one is old. It's not the fastest. You can feel every bump you hit, but it's just so nice because it's nimble. Like, I ride it down the trails myself personally. You got to be on the ball. Like, you can't be just like you got to really like, you got to be ready to take a corner or something. You don't, like on a new snowmobile, you're just like back beep, boop. You know, you don't have to do that. I mean, you do have to do that, but on this one you have to like really get it lean. And I'll give you another pointer on starting these if you do own one. I don't know, this has happened to all of my friends. My friend owns one of these and stuff, and it really helps to hold it wide open. Like, you want to hold it wide open, otherwise it just won't start. These ones are just known to flood on you themselves. So yeah, that's what I have for tips. So